Released in 1972 and part of the Forgotten Gialli Volume 3 set is Murder Mansion. I love these sets because, I mean, they're kind of shoehorned into Giallo a little bit, but they're really oddball kind of movies. This one, I really kind of liked. I liked a lot because of the atmosphere that it creates. This movie basically starts with a group of people, all separate, all travelling on various roads, overtaking each other, passing each other, and just kind of encountering each other on their journey. There's very little interaction with many of these characters, and then they all seem to hit this very dense fog bank. One that's so thick they can barely see the road, so atmospheric you could feel as if you could cut that fog with a knife. It's so thick and in front of them, and there's various accidents or problems with their cars that cause them to stall and stop in front of this mansion. This mansion, which is really gothic and rather spooky looking, also has a cemetery right next to it, just to add in the creep factor. And all of our characters end up in this mansion. Some of them know each other from passing on the road, others just have no relationship whatsoever. But we have a group of strangers stuck in a mansion with spooky going-ons, and I love it. Now, it's very tropey, and it's very much like a Scooby-Doo episode in the way it sets things up. But I love Scooby-Doo, and I love the fact that this thing was dripping with atmosphere and weird zombie-like creatures and ghosts and ghouls and stories of vampires. We meet one of the people who lives in this mansion, a woman who tells a tale of her grandmother and her chauffeur who died horribly, who tells tales of her family legacy. And as these people spend the night trapped in this mansion, they start to see horrible ghostly creatures. They start to have nightmares about the stories this woman has told us. And it's a movie that is very confusing when watching it, because sometimes you just didn't know what was going on, but I knew that I liked it. I knew that I loved the flashbacks to the tales that we had been told, and watching them unfold and seeing all those characters in this house. I loved the set design. I thought it was wonderful. All the trap doors and secret passageways were terrific. The cemetery itself was wonderful, and the kind of thing you think you would expect to get in a Scooby-Doo episode, with the way it's just laid out. If you see it, you'll understand what I mean. It's just so much fun. The characters I didn't really care about, but it didn't matter, because I was having so much fun with the gore, with the ghouls and ghosts, the supernatural element in this one. The only problem I had was wondering how it was going to fit into a Giallo movie. And I was that wrapped up in the actual atmosphere and the story it was telling that I forgot to look for clues as to where it was headed. And it heads in such a wonderful direction that I didn't expect to happen. But I'm so glad it did. Murder Mansion was a real treat. I mean, it's the first one I've put on in the Volume 3 set, and I loved it, from the strange atmosphere that it creates and just delivers on this wonderful aesthetic and just a real mood piece. I'm really happy that I got to check this one out. I'm already thinking about going back and watching it again to see if I could piece some more of the story together. Just wonderfully set up, wonderfully executed, and with a fantastic sense of atmosphere. I just thought it was great. Really happy with this one. One of my favourites from all three of the sets so far. I'd love to know your thoughts on Murder Mansion if you've seen it. Let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.